Nigeria is blessed with 250 ethnic groups, but in our multi-ethnic fatherland, it is quite difficult to escape the disease tribalism. I welcome you to another episode of Catholic Faith Forum. I'm Nonso, and today we shall be discussing Christians and tribalism. How can we as Christians help curb tribalism? And with me today is the immediate past chairman of the Laity Council, St. Jude Catholic Church, Mr. Aloysius Olafusi. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So what part of the country are you from?
I'm a Yoruba man from Ondo State.
Oh, that's nice. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back to you with more gist after the short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Catholic Faith Forum. We're about to discuss Christians and tribalism. So, sir, have you ever experienced tribalism in the church or outside the church from a Christian?
Yes.
Okay.
Based on my experiences, you see tribalism rearing its ugly head in areas of elections where people go out of their way to get people nominated based on where they are from.
Okay.
During worship at Mass, where a particular tribal song is predominantly sung throughout the service. And yes, I've seen them. I've seen tribalism rearing its face amongst people in churches.
Okay, so what is tribalism to you, and what do you think is the problem with tribalism?
Tribalism, to me personally, I think tribalism is the activity or the action of people having the knowledge or thought that their own tribe is superior,
Okay.
or more important than others. That's why I think it's tribalism.
So what is the problem with tribalism?
Tribalism does not appreciate the diversity that you mentioned at the beginning of the program.
Okay.
We have over 250 languages in Nigeria and tribes in Nigeria, and it's important for everybody to appreciate that every of those tribes are important. And so if that is not, there's no consciousness of that, then there's a problem.
So I know most people will say, oh, everybody's tribalistic. So do you subscribe to that everybody is tribalistic?
Everybody has a tendency to be tribalistic.
Okay.
We have it in us because that's my own. We have my own syndrome with us. But the consciousness of knowing that there are other people around you that helps you curb that tendencies in yourself.
So you mentioned earlier that some songs are being sung in some particular languages. How do you feel about this?
I mean, I think I enjoy all types of songs.
Okay.
But if there's a particular one that's getting a dominance in the service or in the mass, like it tends to affect you, especially if it's not the common and popular ones.
Okay.
Popular ones are fine with. I may not understand the meanings of the lyrics. However, because I can just mouth it, it's fine. But if I don't,
so you just look at or you bite your mouth or something.
yes, for the common ones.
Okay. So we know we're in the metropolis, Lagos, for instance. And there's so many tribes in one church. How do you think we can foster unity in this church or in our churches?
There must be a conscious effort to do this.
Okay.
Regardless of if you're in the minority or the majority, every tribe is quite important. So one of the ways of bringing all the tribes together is when you have a function, like a social function in church, making everybody participate in the social function is important. Whereas sometimes it's just finding one particular tribe getting, because they are more in numbers, of course that means they may have more things to showcase, but deliberate attempt to having other people showcasing their own talents or skills or play or form, whatever it is, that Two, maybe can give them positions of influence in church, so that they'll be visible in the church. Because if there's no visibility of other tribes and just one tribe that's predominantly visible, there may be a thought that it's just one particular church in particular tribe in the church. So if you inculcate everybody into the worship and into service and functions in the church, I think that would kind of like help the church.
Okay, but some parishes, for example, my parish, we have societies that are basically for some ethnic groups, or for ethnic groups based on some society, maybe after the names of saints. This society, do you think by doing this, by having societies according to ethnic groups, do you think that we are aiding tribalism?
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Okay.
But it's like a double-edged sword. It could be a positive one or a negative one.
Okay.
Positive helps to put those tribes together, and then they can contribute meaningfully to church. During the harvest, during cultural day, you can showcase different tribes. However, if the purpose are not defined, then possibly there could be abuses, because then they don't know why they are formed. Then it could be used for other negative things. Ordinarily, it should be a thing of, it's a nice thing to have tribal people come together, having their culture and their meetings and their languages expressed in their own way in the meetings. It's good.
Oh, nice. Also, for priests now, what roles do you think they play in bringing unity in the church?
As a Catholic priest, you know, Catholic Church is about the Father, it's Father's church.
Okay.
That's what the Lord preaches. So all the actions, body languages, and everything should show that they are the tribalist. If they come as a tribalized priest, then it's difficult for the choir to be one-sided, difficult for the lector to be one-sided, it's difficult for the tribal societies to be doing things that are negative. So the priest must be seen and take the lead as a tribalized leader in the church. And so from his lead, I'm sure a lot of people will understand and then can follow.
So, sir, can tribalism be controlled?
Yes.
How can we do this?
Tribalism can be controlled by the conscious effort of people understanding the fact that we have over 250 tribal group in Nigeria,
Yeah.
different languages, different cultures, and so the conscious effort of people understanding that fact will help them to understand that yes, they need to be mindful of people around them. Then you can call people out, and then that's specific for people of the same tribe. If somebody from your tribe has done something wrong, tribal in nature, then you can call the person out, so that person knows that this is not it's not allowed. And then for children, you can let your children know that this is tribalism if you do this, if this is good if you do this, so that they are brought up knowing and appreciating the fact that we are diverse in this country, and then we need to appreciate ourselves.
But you know, there's some parents today that when you're growing, nobody's actually born a tribalist.
Yes.
So you're free with everybody, you have friends everywhere. But as you grow, they start telling you, oh, that person is a Yoruba person, keep off. Yes. Or the person is this place, keep off. How do I handle such a thing?
As a child?
As a person, like as a youth, as a grown-up person.
Yes, I think that's the major ill. That's where tribalism starts from.
Okay.
It's from maybe our parents or from our small group. You learn it. It's not innate. It's not inborn. So how do you cope? I think for me, let me tell you what helps me, so that maybe that can help you. For me, I see everybody, regardless of what I've been told, as an individual.
Yes.
And appreciate them for who they are.
Okay.
I don't get to judge them by what I hear or what some people have complained about them. So until now, I experience you as a person, and then I make up my mind. If yes, this person is tribalistic, this person is this or not. But otherwise, no. Yes, they have a way of affecting us, shaping us, what our parents have told us. But when I experience this in life, I'm sure that you would have, a yes or what is good and what is right. that's a God gift to every person. So you know what is good and what is right. What is good usually for everybody, and what is bad is obviously bad for everybody, even if you've been told otherwise.
Okay, but what if I have experienced things from another tribe, from certain people from a certain tribe, and I just conclude that, in fact, everybody from that tribe, they're this way? Do you think it's wrong for me to do so? If I witness like maybe 3 or 4 people doing the same kind of thing to me, and they are from this tribe, can't I just say, oh, everybody from this tribe are this way, or they're not this way, or they're that way?
It won't be that fair for that tribe if you would conclude just with your 4 experiences that tribe, those 4 people represent the total group. However, we are humans. I understand that factor, but it's important for everybody to understand that we are still an individual, regardless of where we are from, and to appreciate that factor. So even if you think, yes, these people from this tribe are predominantly this, it could give them some allowance to think, okay, maybe there's an exception. It is that exception that you would always give and be looking for that exception. So that should be the motivation for you. Maybe there's an exception to that bad, in the group. So
yeah. So you mentioned earlier that you were the immediate past chairman of the Laity Council of St. Jude. Have you ever had any experience where 2 ethnic groups are clashing because of one issue or not, or the other?
No, not exactly.
Really?
Yes, not exactly.
Even as a chairman?
Not exactly. We have different other issues that we have to solve.
Okay.
But about tribal issues, no. I think to a large extent, my church, we've gone above that.
Okay.
We've gone above that tribal weaknesses that it's expressed in most places. So we could have other issues, but not tribal issues, no.
Okay, now let me put you. Let's imagine now that you are the chairman and you have 2 groups that are clashing because of something that is tribal. How would you solve it?
I'll, of course, make them understand that this is church.
Okay.
And then what brings us together is Christ. And Christ is makes us one family. So tribe, family shouldn't be the emphasis. It is Christ. We are brothers and sisters.
Okay.
So what is more important is the core issue of discrepancy, or areas of discrepancy or areas of conflict that they have. That is what we address. Because tribe cannot be the area of conflict. That could be brought into it. There must be the core area of conflict, and that needs to be addressed. So it won't be the tribe that we'll be facing. I will let everybody know that we are all Christians, and we should be all brothers, our brothers and sisters keeper. However, the core area of conflict is what is addressed.
Okay.
And treated.
So do you think organizations can help us or can help in curbing tribalism?
Yes, because the organizations are fewer than the whole church.
Okay.
Of course, they flow into the whole church.
Yes.
And so it's easier to communicate positive virtues, positive vibes from the smaller group. So, and although there are tendencies for some of those groups to be less conscious of the fact that there are other tribes too. But if the leader of those organizations understand what is tribalism and deliberately work against having its place in the church, yes, the organizations to a large extent would help the church because they flow into the church.
Well, that's nice, because I've had an experience one time when I was in school, and I was supposed to do a registration, and this man kept bugging me because I was in Yoruba. Yes.
Because you were?
I was in Yoruba and Igbo.
You were in Yoruba, okay.
So it was just like, oh, are you Yoruba? I said, no, I'm not Yoruba. Then he started asking me questions. I should do this. Those are Yoruba. I would just go in there, finish and come out. But because I was Igbo, not Yoruba, he told me to go to my village. I don't belong in Lagos. I should go to my village and get something. I felt really, I felt bad because I just felt that in this modern age and time, how can you be saying stuff like this? So I think organizations should really help, like school should help in curbing tribalism. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. I really learned a lot and I enjoyed the show today.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
You're welcome. That's our show for today, guys. We're not going anywhere until we meet with Judith and Collins on Know Your Faith.
Welcome to Know Your Faith series. I am Collins.
And I am Judith.
So today we'll be discussing about the doctors of the church.
The Doctor of the Church is a title accorded by the church to certain saints who have lived and preached in such ways that are useful in any age of the church.
Now these men and women have in-depth understanding about the teachings of the church and have writings which are in line with what the church teaches. Now, although their writings are said to be inspired by the Holy Spirit, they are, however, not infallible, but it does mean that they contributed wholesomely to the formulation of Christian teachings.
We have 36 doctors of the church, out of which 4 of them are females: St. Hildegard of Bingen, St. Therese of Lisieux, St. Catherine of Siena, and St. Teresa of Avila.
Others include St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Bonaventure, St. Anthony of Padua, St. Albert the Great,
St. Leo the Great, St. Cyril the Great, St. Basil the Great, St. John of Damascus, and the rest of them.
Now, for one to be accorded this honor, you must have lived a holy life, have an in-depth understanding of the doctrines, and of course have a very lengthy writings which the church recommends for all Christians.
We also have the fathers of the church, but this will be discussed in another episode.
Thank you for joining us today, guys. Please feel free to like and share and subscribe for more content. Till we meet again, be bold, be Catholic.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us too. And as you heard, first of all, you need to see yourself as a human being, a Christian, before seeing yourself as a member of any ethnic group. With that, we can foster unity in our society. I hope you enjoyed the show today, because I did. To watch this episode and other episodes, you can visit our YouTube channel at Dominican Media Presents. And you can also send us your comments and suggestions on our social media platforms at CFF on TV. Till I come your way next time, keep being saints in jeans and shirts. Bye.